Imagine a turbulent sea. Waves crash, the wind howls, and the current pulls in unpredictable directions. This chaos represents the emotional turmoil we can all experience. Stoicism, however, offers an anchor in this storm. By shifting our focus from external events to our internal interpretations, we can cultivate a sense of tranquility, a still point within the chaos. The Stoics remind us that much of what troubles us lies outside our control. Traffic jams, rude colleagues, and unexpected bills. These are the inevitable tides of life. Yet, our perception of these events is entirely within our domain. Through practices like journaling and self-reflection, we can examine the judgments and assumptions that fuel our emotions. Is that frustration stemming from a rigid attachment to a specific outcome? Or can we find resilience in the face of the unexpected? In this video, we'll unveil strategies to navigate your emotional landscape, fostering a life of greater well-being. 1. Don't bottle it up. Why acknowledging your emotions is the key to emotional control. The first step to managing your emotions is to be aware of them. Don't try to bottle them up or ignore them. Instead, take a moment to identify how you're feeling and why. We've all been there. Stuck in traffic, facing a looming deadline, or dealing with a frustrating conversation, emotions can rise like a tide, threatening to pull us under. Our instinct might be to push those feelings down, bottle them up tight, and pretend everything's fine. But here's the secret: that strategy rarely works. In fact, suppressing emotions can often make them more intense and harder to control. The key to navigating the often choppy waters of our emotional landscape lies in a simple yet powerful act: acknowledging our emotions. This doesn't mean throwing a tantrum every time you're annoyed. It's about taking a moment to recognize what you're feeling, to validate its presence, and to accept it as a normal part of the human experience. Are you feeling frustrated by a project that just won't cooperate? Acknowledge it. Say to yourself, "This is frustrating," or "I'm feeling overwhelmed right now." By simply labeling the emotion, you gain valuable self-awareness. This newfound understanding empowers you to identify your triggers and anticipate situations that might evoke strong emotions. Imagine being able to recognize your stress levels rising before a big presentation, allowing you to take proactive steps like deep breathing exercises or visualization techniques to manage your anxiety. But acknowledging your emotions goes beyond just naming them. It's about embracing them with self-compassion. We often judge ourselves for feeling a certain way, believing there's something wrong with being sad, angry, or scared. This internal struggle only intensifies the emotion. Instead, try approaching your feelings with kindness. Tell yourself, it's okay to feel frustrated, or it's natural to feel sad after a loss. This acceptance takes the pressure off of suppressing the emotion, allowing you to process it in a healthy way. Think of it like acknowledging a storm cloud. You can't make it disappear by ignoring it, but by accepting its presence, you can prepare for the rain and navigate the situation calmly. Finally, acknowledging your emotions creates space for thoughtful responses. Strong emotions can be hijackers, taking control of our thoughts and actions and leading us to react impulsively in ways we might later regret. But by taking a moment to acknowledge how you feel, you hit the pause button. This allows you to choose a more constructive way to express or manage your emotions. Maybe you take a few deep breaths and walk away from a tense situation, or perhaps you journal your feelings to gain clarity. The key is to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This allows you to navigate challenging situations with greater control and emotional intelligence. There are several downsides to not acknowledging your emotions. Here's a breakdown of the potential consequences. Emotional roller coaster. By suppressing emotions, you create a pressure cooker situation. Those emotions don't disappear. They build up beneath the surface. This can lead to sudden and unpredictable emotional outbursts, leaving you feeling confused and out of control. Imagine a shaken soda bottle. If you don't open it carefully, The pressure can cause an unexpected explosion. Poor self-awareness. Without acknowledging your emotions, you miss valuable information about yourself and your needs. Are you feeling constantly drained? Ignoring that fatigue could be a sign of burnout. Understanding your emotional landscape empowers you to identify what works for you and what doesn't. Difficulty with relationships. Bottled up emotions can create distance in your relationships. People can't connect with you on an authentic level, as they don't know how you're feeling. Additionally, unacknowledged emotions can sometimes manifest as passive-aggressive behavior, which can damage trust and intimacy. Physical health problems. Chronic stress caused by suppressing emotions can negatively impact your physical health. It can weaken your immune system, increase your risk of heart disease, and contribute to headaches and digestive problems. Your mind and body are interconnected, and neglecting your emotional well-being can take a toll on your physical health. Mental health concerns. The long-term consequences of unaddressed emotions can be significant. Ignoring emotional pain can lead to anxiety, depression, and even addiction. By acknowledging your emotions and developing healthy coping mechanisms, you can promote better mental well-being. In short, not acknowledging your emotions can make it difficult to understand yourself, manage stress, and build healthy relationships. It's like driving a car blindfolded. You're setting yourself up for an accident. By acknowledging your emotions, you gain control and navigate the road of life with greater clarity and resilience. 2. Label your emotions. Labeling your emotions is a crucial step. Within the process of acknowledging them, once you've identified your emotions, try to label them with specific words. Are you feeling angry, sad, frustrated, or something else? The more specific you can be, the better you'll be able to understand and manage your emotions. Sharpens self-awareness. Our emotional experiences can be complex and nuanced. Sometimes, we might feel a jumble of emotions all at once. Labeling helps us sort through this jumble and identify the specific emotions present. Imagine a toolbox filled with different screwdrivers. Labeling them as flathead, Phillips head, etc. allows you to choose the right tool for the job. Similarly, labeling your emotions allows you to identify the most appropriate coping mechanism. Greater emotional vocabulary. Many of us rely on a limited vocabulary to describe our emotions. We might simply say good or bad to encompass a whole range of feelings. Labeling your emotions expands your emotional vocabulary. This allows you to express yourself with more precision, both to yourself and others. The more precise you are, the better you can communicate your needs and navigate situations effectively. Promotes emotional validation. Putting a label on your emotion can feel inherently validating. It acknowledges that your feelings are real and important. This can be especially helpful when dealing with negative emotions. Saying "I feel frustrated" can be a powerful way to counteract feelings of shame or self-blame. Triggers cognitive processing. The act of labeling your emotions creates a bridge between your emotional experience and your thinking mind. This triggers cognitive processing, allowing you to analyze the situation and understand why you might be feeling a certain way. For instance, labeling your nervousness before a presentation can lead you to identify the root cause, fear of public speaking, and then explore strategies to manage that fear. Strengthens emotional regulation. By labeling your emotions, you gain a sense of control over them. It's the first step towards developing healthy coping mechanisms. Once you know what you're feeling, you can choose constructive ways to express or manage those emotions. For example, labeling anger allows you to identify calming techniques like deep breathing or exercise before the anger escalates. You hunch over your keyboard, the glow of the monitor casting an almost sickly light on your face. Deadlines loom large on your calendar, each notification a tiny hammer blow to your already frayed nerves. Your inbox seems to have declared war, with new emails multiplying faster than you can delete them. Just as you feel like you might be getting a handle on the chaos, your colleague Sarah pops over, a new request dangling from her fingertips like a cheerful time bomb. You clench your jaw, knuckles turning white as you try to force a smile. "Sure, no problem," you hear yourself say, the words tasting like ashes in your mouth. But the problem is, it is a problem. A big, blinking, red alert kind of problem. Ignoring the rising tide of anxiety feels like the only option. Acknowledging it might mean admitting defeat, letting the dam break. So you push on, a soldier fighting a losing battle. Your focus starts to slip, like sand through your fingers. Typos appear in your documents. Deadlines start to dance mockingly just out of reach. The frustration simmers, a low thrumming beneath the surface. Finally, it erupts. Sarah asks a clarifying question, and you snap. The words tumble out, harsh and accusatory, leaving a stunned silence in their wake. The damage is done. The tension in the air is thick enough to cut with a butter knife. You've accomplished nothing but creating a hostile work environment and further isolating yourself. But let's rewind that scenario. This time, as the familiar weight of overwhelm settles on your shoulders, you take a deep breath. You allow yourself to feel it, the churning anxiety, the tightening knot in your stomach. It's uncomfortable, yes, but acknowledging it takes some of the power away. "Sarah," you say, forcing a smile that this time feels genuine because it's rooted in honesty. "I'm feeling a little overwhelmed right now. Can we chat about this new request in a few minutes?" Just that simple act of self-awareness and labeling your emotions shifts the dynamic. Suddenly, you're not a drowning sailor clinging to a piece of driftwood. You're taking a step back, assessing the situation. Knowing you're feeling overwhelmed, you can identify the root cause, your workload. Armed with this newfound clarity, you can take control. Maybe you delegate some tasks to a less swamped colleague, or perhaps you schedule a quick meeting with your manager to discuss prioritizing deadlines. You might even block out some time in your calendar to learn a new time management technique. By acknowledging and labeling your emotions, you avoided a meltdown and empowered yourself to address the source of your stress. This allows you to navigate the situation calmly and proactively, fostering a more collaborative and productive work environment for everyone. After all, a calm and collected you is a far more effective you, and that benefits everyone in the long run. 3. Accept your emotions. It's important to embrace your emotions, even the negative ones. Trying to fight your emotions will only make them worse. Instead, allow yourself to experience what you're feeling and then move on. Life throws a lot our way. From traffic jams and tight deadlines to frustrating conversations and unexpected loss, our emotions can surge like a wave, threatening to knock us off balance. Our natural instinct might be to clench our fists and white-knuckle it through, pretending everything's perfectly fine. But here's the secret: shoving those emotions down deep only creates a pressure cooker situation. Those feelings don't disappear. They simmer beneath the surface, waiting to explode. The key to navigating this emotional roller coaster lies not in suppression, but in acceptance. Embracing your emotions doesn't mean throwing a tantrum every time you're annoyed or hiding under the covers when you're sad. It's about acknowledging your emotions without judgment. Are you feeling frustrated by a project that just won't cooperate? Feeling a pang of jealousy scrolling through social media?
Say to yourself, that's okay. It's normal to feel this way sometimes. This simple act of validation is powerful. It allows you to understand yourself better and identify your triggers. Imagine recognizing your stress levels rising before a big presentation. By acknowledging that feeling, you can take proactive steps like deep breathing exercises to manage your anxiety.
Then, accepting your emotions goes beyond just acknowledging them. It's about embracing them with kindness towards yourself. We often judge ourselves for feeling a certain way, believing there's something wrong with being sad, angry, or scared. This internal struggle only intensifies the emotion. Instead, Try treating yourself with compassion. Tell yourself, it's okay to feel overwhelmed right now, or it's understandable to feel hurt after that argument. This acceptance takes the pressure off of suppressing the emotion, allowing you to process it in a healthy way. Think of it like acknowledging a storm cloud. You can't make it disappear by ignoring it, but by accepting its presence, you can prepare for the rain and navigate the situation with greater calm. If you learn to accept your emotions, create space for you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Strong emotions can be hijackers, taking control of our thoughts and actions and leading us to say or do things we might later regret. But by taking a moment to acknowledge how you feel, you hit the pause button. This allows you to choose a more constructive way to express or manage your emotions. Maybe you take a few deep breaths and walk away from a tense situation, or perhaps you journal about your feelings to gain clarity. The key is to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This allows you to navigate challenging situations with greater control and emotional intelligence. Next time you feel a wave of emotion wash over you, don't resist it. Instead, embrace it. This simple act of self-awareness and self-compassion can be the first step towards taking control of your emotional well-being and fostering a healthier, happier you. If you learn to accept your emotions, create space for you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Strong emotions can be hijackers, taking control of our thoughts and actions and leading us to say or do things we might later regret. But by taking a moment to acknowledge how you feel, you hit the pause button. This allows you to choose a more constructive way to express or manage your emotions. Here's a relevant Stoic proverb that highlights the importance of acknowledging and embracing your emotions. The chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters, so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Where then do I look for good and evil? Not to uncontrollable externals, but within myself to the choices that are my own. Epictetus. This proverb emphasizes that while we can't control external events that trigger our emotions, we can control how we choose to respond to them. The key lies in acknowledging our emotions and making conscious choices about how to manage them. Imagine yourself as Marcus Aurelius, the powerful Roman emperor, yet just a man navigating the complexities of life. You're leading a vast empire, facing political turmoil and military campaigns rage on the borders. Frustration, a natural human emotion, could easily cloud your judgment and lead to rash decisions. Here's where Stoic philosophy, particularly the concept of acknowledging and embracing emotions, comes into play. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic practitioner, penned his famous Meditations, a collection of personal writings reflecting on Stoic principles. In one passage, he acknowledges the inevitability of frustration. How much better is it to get up in the morning and consider seriously what you have to do and to set about it? This quote highlights the importance of acknowledging the tasks at hand, even those that might be frustrating. By recognizing the frustration, Marcus Aurelius wouldn't deny its existence. Instead, he would acknowledge the emotion. He would recognize the frustration as a natural response to the challenges he faced. Separate the external from the internal. The external situation, the empire's problems, were beyond his immediate control. However, his reaction to them, the frustration, was entirely within his control. Choose his response, instead of letting frustration paralyze him. Marcus Aurelius would likely choose a proactive approach. He might use his meditations as a tool to reflect on the situation calmly and make clear-headed decisions, focusing on the tasks he could control. 5. Practice relaxation techniques. Feeling flooded. Relaxation techniques can help you weather the storm. Life throws a lot at us, and it's natural for our emotions to run high sometimes. Work deadlines loom, traffic jams test our patience, and disagreements can spark frustration. While emotions are a normal part of life, when they become overwhelming, they can lead to impulsive reactions and leave us feeling drained. This is where relaxation techniques come in. Relaxation techniques aren't magic bullets that erase emotions. They're more like tools that help us manage the intensity of those emotions. Imagine yourself caught in a downpour. You can't stop the rain, but you can take cover under an umbrella to stay dry. Similarly, relaxation techniques provide shelter from the emotional storm, giving you a chance to calm your nervous system and find a more thoughtful response. There are a number of relaxation techniques that can help you calm down when you're feeling overwhelmed. There are many different relaxation techniques to explore, so you can find what works best for you. One popular option is deep breathing. Taking slow, controlled breaths activates the relaxation response in your body, slowing your heart rate and lowering blood pressure. This can be as simple as inhaling for a count of 4, holding for a count of 2, and exhaling for a count of 6. Another technique is progressive muscle relaxation. This involves tensing and relaxing different muscle groups in your body, one by one. By focusing on the physical sensations of tension and release, you can create a sense of overall relaxation that carries over to your mind. Mindfulness meditation can also be helpful. By focusing on the present moment and letting go of distracting thoughts, you can cultivate a sense of calm and acceptance, allowing you to observe your emotions without judgment. Practicing relaxation techniques regularly is like building an emotional toolbox. The more you use these tools, the more comfortable you become managing your emotions in healthy ways. So next time you feel yourself getting flooded by emotion, take a deep breath, reach for your relaxation toolbox, and weather the storm with greater calm and control. Let's talk with details about how muscle relaxation can help us to control our emotions. Life's a roller coaster, and sometimes those dips and climbs trigger intense emotions. Frustration builds, anger simmers, and anxiety can leave you feeling like a tightly wound spring. While emotions are a natural part of the human experience, when they spiral out of control, they can lead to impulsive reactions and leave you feeling drained. This is where progressive muscle relaxation, PMR, steps in, offering a simple yet powerful tool to manage emotional intensity. PMR isn't about erasing your feelings. It's about acknowledging them and giving yourself a chance to hit the pause button. Think of it like this: when you're feeling overwhelmed, your body tenses up, your shoulders hunch, your jaw clenches, and your muscles become locked in a state of fight or flight. PMR disrupts this cycle by helping you consciously release that physical tension. Find your Zen spot. Start by creating a calming environment. Dim the lights, put on some soothing music, or light a scented candle. Lie down comfortably on a mat or sit in a supportive chair. Close your eyes and take a few slow, deep breaths, allowing your body to sink into a relaxed state. Tense and release. Focus on a specific muscle group, like your hands. Clench your fists tightly for a count of 5. Feeling the tension build in your forearms and palms, hold for a moment, then slowly release, focusing on the sensation of relaxation as your fingers spread open. Notice the difference between the tightness and the feeling of letting go. Scan your body. Repeat this process for different muscle groups throughout your body: your forehead, shoulders, chest, back, legs, and feet. With each breath, tense and release, becoming more aware of the physical sensations associated with both states. The power of focus. As you move through your body, pay attention to any areas that hold onto tension. Focus on those areas, consciously releasing any lingering tightness. Imagine the tension melting away like ice in the sunshine. Maintain the calm. Once you've completed a full body scan, sit quietly for a few minutes, basking in the feeling of relaxation. Carry this sense of calm with you throughout your day. Practicing PMR regularly not only helps you manage emotional intensity in the moment, but it also enhances your body awareness over time. You'll learn to recognize the physical signs of rising emotions, allowing you to intervene with PMR before emotions escalate. This creates a powerful mind-body connection, empowering you to navigate life's challenges with greater control and emotional well-being. 5. Get enough sleep. Don't underestimate the power of sleep. Why a good night's rest is your secret weapon for emotional control. We all know the groggy feeling of hitting snooze one too many times, brain fog, sluggishness, and a struggle to focus. These are the immediate consequences of sleep deprivation. But what about the impact on our emotional well-being? Turns out, catching those ZZZs is much more than just a way to feel physically refreshed. Adequate sleep plays a crucial role in regulating our emotions, making it a powerful tool for managing stress, avoiding outbursts, and fostering emotional resilience. Imagine your brain as a complex computer system. Throughout the day, it processes a constant stream of information, including emotional experiences. While you're awake, your brain is constantly working, making decisions and forming memories. But when you enter dreamland, something magical happens. Sleep acts as a cleaning and repair mode, allowing your brain to consolidate memories, clear out waste products, and recharge its emotional circuits. During this critical restorative period, the brain processes emotional experiences and regulates neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers that influence mood. When sleep deprived, this process is disrupted. Think of a computer overloaded with unprocessed data. It becomes slow, prone to glitches and crashes. Similarly, a sleep-deprived brain struggles to manage emotions effectively, leaving you vulnerable to emotional outbursts, irritability, and mood swings. Beyond processing emotional experiences, sleep also strengthens the prefrontal cortex, the CEO of your brain. This critical region is responsible for planning, decision-making, and, importantly, emotional regulation. When well rested, the prefrontal cortex functions optimally, allowing you to think clearly, assess situations calmly, and respond thoughtfully. However, sleep deprivation weakens the prefrontal cortex, making it harder to control impulsive reactions and regulate emotional responses. Think of a car without steering. It becomes difficult to navigate the road and avoid collisions. With a weakened prefrontal cortex, even minor stressors can feel overwhelming, and emotional responses become less measured. The connection between sleep and emotional regulation goes even deeper. Chronic sleep deprivation disrupts the production of hormones, leading to an increase in stress hormones like cortisol. Cortisol is a double-edged sword. In small doses, it helps you cope with stressful situations. Chronically elevated cortisol levels keep your body in a constant state of fight or flight, making you feel on edge and irritable. Adequate sleep helps regulate cortisol levels, promoting a calmer and more balanced emotional state. Imagine a dimmer switch. Sleep turns down the intensity of your stress response, allowing you to react to situations with a cooler head and a more measured approach. Ever wake up feeling like the world is against you? A minor inconvenience sends you into a tailspin, and patience seems like a distant memory. What's going on? It might be your sleep, or lack thereof. While we all know sleep deprivation leaves us feeling physically drained, it also wreaks havoc on our emotional well-being when we don't get enough shut-eye. Our ability to regulate emotions goes out the window, making us more susceptible to stress, anxiety, and even anger. During sleep, your brain as a complex control center goes into a deep cleaning and maintenance mode. It sorts through emotional experiences, regulates neurotransmitters, chemical messengers that influence mood, and essentially hits the reset button on your emotional state. When sleep deprived, this process gets disrupted. Think of a traffic control center overwhelmed with information. Cause your emotions start running red lights, causing chaos and frustration. Without proper sleep, your brain struggles to manage the flow of emotional information, leading to a roller coaster of ups and downs. Furthermore, sleep deprivation disrupts the production of hormones, including cortisol, the stress hormone. Chronically elevated cortisol levels put your body in a constant state of fight or flight, making even minor stressors feel like major threats. This heightened stress response fuels feelings of anxiety, irritability, and anger. The consequences of sleep deprivation on emotions can manifest in real-life situations. Imagine Sarah, a typically patient teacher. After a restless night filled with work worries, she finds herself snapping at her students for minor classroom disruptions. The lack of sleep has weakened her ability to manage her frustration, leading to an outburst that might not have happened if she were well rested. Finally, a good night's sleep strengthens your emotional resilience, your ability to bounce back from challenges and navigate difficult situations. Without getting overwhelmed, your brain can consolidate memories, including emotional experiences. This allows you to not only process those experiences, but also learn from them. Similarly, sufficient sleep allows you to develop emotional coping mechanisms and emotional intelligence, making you better equipped to weather emotional storms and bounce back from setbacks. You learn to identify your triggers, develop healthy coping strategies, and navigate challenges with greater emotional strength. 6. Limit caffeine and alcohol. We all know the power of a good cup of joe to jumpstart our day, and sometimes, after a long week, a glass of wine can feel like the ultimate stress reliever. But what if your morning coffee or evening drink is actually making it harder to manage your emotions? While caffeine and alcohol might seem like harmless pick-me-ups, they can wreak havoc on your emotional well-being, leaving you feeling anxious, irritable, and prone to outbursts. Let's take a closer look at how caffeine disrupts your emotional equilibrium. That jolt of energy you get from your morning latte comes at a cost. Caffeine stimulates the central nervous system, mimicking the effects of adrenaline. This can trigger feelings of anxiety and nervousness, making you feel on edge and easily flustered. Imagine pouring gasoline on a fire. Caffeine intensifies the emotional flames that are already burning. On top of that, caffeine disrupts sleep patterns. Even moderate doses later in the day can make it harder to fall asleep or stay asleep. Remember the domino effect. Caffeine disrupts sleep, which disrupts emotional regulation, creating a cycle of emotional instability. So, that afternoon pick-me-up might leave you feeling wired and out of sorts by bedtime, setting you up for a night of tossing and turning and another emotionally charged day. Now, let's explore how alcohol, often seen as a relaxant, can actually make emotions a roller coaster. While that initial glass of wine might create a feeling of calm, it's important to remember that alcohol is a depressant. It slows down the central nervous system, which might sound good initially, but it also impairs judgment and self-control. Imagine taking off the brakes. While driving, alcohol removes your inhibitions, making it more likely you'll say or do something you might regret later, potentially escalating emotional situations. Additionally, alcohol might seem to dampen emotions, both positive and negative. But think of stuffing unpleasant emotions under a rug. They don't disappear, they just create a bigger mess later. Alcohol numbs emotions, making it harder to process and deal with difficult feelings in a healthy way, which can lead to emotional outbursts later when those emotions resurface. Then, what can you do to take control of your emotions? The answer might be simpler than you think. Limiting caffeine and alcohol intake, particularly in the evening, can significantly improve your sleep quality. A well-rested brain is a clear mirror. It can reflect on emotions clearly and respond thoughtfully. Better sleep lays the foundation for emotional regulation by giving your brain the rest it needs to process emotions effectively. By reducing your caffeine intake, especially if you're prone to anxiety, you can significantly reduce feelings of nervousness and agitation. Think of a dimmer switch. Reducing caffeine lowers the intensity of your emotional responses, With a calmer and more collected mind, you'll be better equipped to approach situations thoughtfully, fostering better emotional control. Ditching the nightcap can help sharpen your judgment. Without the fog of caffeine or alcohol, you can make sound decisions and respond to situations thoughtfully. Imagine having a clear map to navigate a difficult situation, avoiding those mind-altering substances allows you to make more controlled emotional choices. Remember, true emotional control comes from creating healthy habits that support your emotional well-being. So, next time you reach for that cup of coffee or evening drink, consider the impact it might have on your emotional state. A good night's sleep and a clear head are powerful tools for managing your emotions and navigating life's challenges with greater control. 7. Eat a healthy diet. What you eat can affect your mood and energy levels. Eating a healthy diet that includes plenty of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can help you feel your best. Think of your body as a high-performance machine. Just like any machine, it needs the right fuel to run efficiently and avoid breakdowns. That's where a healthy diet comes in. Eating nutritious foods every day isn't just about fitting into your clothes. It's about giving your body the essential building blocks it needs to thrive. Eat a healthy diet can help you to power up for every day. A balanced diet packed with vitamins, minerals, and other goodies provides the fuel your body craves. To keep you energized throughout the day, imagine ditching the afternoon slump and tackling tasks with vigor. That's the power of healthy eating. Disease fighters unite by incorporating a variety of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains into your daily meals. You're strengthening your body's natural defenses. Studies have shown that a healthy diet can significantly reduce the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and even certain cancers. Eating right is like building a shield against illness. Weight management made easier. When you fill your plate with nutritious foods, you feel fuller for longer, curbing cravings for unhealthy snacks. This can help you maintain a healthy weight in a natural way. It's all about giving your body the good stuff it craves, so it doesn't seek out unhealthy alternatives. Mood magic. Food can have a surprising impact on your mood. Believe it or not, opting for healthy choices can lead to a brighter outlook and a more positive overall sense of well-being. And then, when you're feeling down, reach for a healthy snack instead of sugary treats. Your mood might just thank you for it. We've all been there. You reach for a sugary snack for a frustrating meeting, or crave comfort food on a gloomy day. It's no secret that food and mood are intricately linked. But did you know that a healthy diet can be a powerful tool for managing your emotions and feeling your best? It's not just about avoiding sugary treats, although that can help. Imagine your brain as a complex control center, constantly sending signals throughout your body, including those that regulate your mood. The food you choose provides the building blocks for these signals, like neurotransmitters, which act as chemical messengers. A balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins provides the essential nutrients your brain needs to produce these neurotransmitters effectively. There's a hidden world within your gut, teeming with trillions of bacteria that make up your gut microbiome. Recent research suggests a strong connection between the health of your gut and your mental well-being. These gut bacteria also play a role in producing mood-regulating neurotransmitters. A healthy diet rich in fiber, found in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, helps nourish these good gut bacteria. By promoting a healthy gut environment, you're indirectly supporting emotional balance as well. Of course, food is just one piece of the puzzle for emotional well-being. Exercise, sleep, and stress management all play important roles too. However, a healthy diet can be a powerful tool in your emotional toolbox. By providing the building blocks for brain function and supporting a healthy gut, you can equip yourself to manage stress, anxiety, and even symptoms of depression more effectively. 8. Connect with others. Social connection is important for our mental and emotional well-being. Spend time with loved ones, join a club or group, or volunteer in your community. You're absolutely right. Connecting with others is incredibly important in our lives. It goes way beyond just having people to talk to. Strong connections provide a web of support, growth, and happiness that enriches us in countless ways. Here's an example to illustrate this. Imagine Sarah, a talented but introverted artist. She spends most of her days alone in her studio, meticulously crafting beautiful paintings. While she finds deep satisfaction in her work, she sometimes feels isolated and wonders if her art resonates with anyone. One day, she gathers the courage to enter a local art competition. To her surprise, her painting wins first place. At the award ceremony, she meets other artists, some established and some just starting out. They share their passion for art, offer constructive feedback, and even invite her to participate in a group exhibition. Through these connections, Sarah's life is transformed. She feels a sense of belonging to a community that understands and appreciates her work. She receives valuable advice from experienced artists, helping her refine her skills. The camaraderie and encouragement boost her confidence and inspire her to create even more compelling artwork. This is just one example of how connection can benefit us. Here's how connecting with others impacts us in various aspects of life. Emotional well-being. Strong connections provide a sense of belonging, love, and support. They can be a buffer against stress, anxiety, and depression. Personal growth. By interacting with others, we learn from their experiences, gain new perspectives, and challenge ourselves to grow. Happiness and fulfillment. Sharing experiences, laughter, and moments of joy with others deepens our sense of happiness and purpose. Opportunity and success. Connections can open doors to new opportunities, collaborations, and even career advancements. So, just like Sarah's experience shows, connecting with others isn't just a nicety. It's a vital ingredient for a flourishing life. It allows us to share our gifts with the world, learn from others, and build a support system that helps us weather life's storms. In fact, connecting with others plays a significant role regulating and managing our emotions. Life throws curveballs, and sometimes we just need to vent about a frustrating day, a fight with a friend, or a looming deadline. Strong social connections provide a safe space to express these emotions openly and honestly. Talking to a trusted friend, family member, or partner allows you to process your feelings, gain a different perspective, and release some of the emotional burden. And let's face it, laughter is contagious. Spending time with loved ones who make you laugh can significantly improve your mood and decrease stress hormones. Sharing funny stories, inside jokes, or simply watching a comedy together can lighten your mood and boost feelings of well-being. Plus, strong social connections provide a sense of belonging and acceptance. Knowing you have people who care about you, believe in you, and offer support during tough times can be incredibly comforting. This feeling of being valued can significantly improve your self-esteem and emotional resilience, making it easier to navigate challenges and setbacks. Humans are social creatures, wired to connect and learn from each other. By interacting with people who manage their emotions healthily, we can subconsciously absorb these coping mechanisms. For example, spending time with an optimistic friend might rub off on you, helping you see the silver lining in difficult situations. Sometimes we experience sadness, grief, or loss. During these challenging times, having someone to confide in and offer emotional support is invaluable. Simply knowing you're not alone in your struggles can significantly lessen the emotional burden and help you navigate difficult emotions. 9. Express yourself healthily. Find healthy ways to express your emotions. This could include talking to a friend, journaling, or creative expression. Have you ever felt like your thoughts and feelings are trapped inside, yearning to break free? Healthy self-expression is the key to letting your authentic self shine through. It's not about bragging or demanding attention. It's about finding your voice and using it in a way that feels good for you and those around you. The journey to healthy self-expression starts with introspection. Carve out some quiet time for journaling, meditation, or a nature walk. These activities can be like opening a dusty attic door in your mind, helping you unearth your values, passions, and what truly makes you tick. Once you have a better understanding of your inner world, explore creative outlets. Maybe you have a hidden novelist waiting to be discovered, a painter yearning for a canvas, or a dancer with unspoken rhythm. Don't be afraid to experiment. There are no wrong answers here. The goal is to find activities that spark joy and allow you to express yourself authentically. Whether it's through a masterpiece or a messy masterpiece in the making, words are powerful tools, and wielding them effectively is crucial for a healthy self-expression. Strive for assertive communication, expressing your needs and viewpoints clearly and confidently. But remember, assertiveness doesn't have to be loud or aggressive. It's about finding your voice while respecting the feelings of others. Equally important is active listening. Truly pay attention to what the other person is saying, not just waiting for your turn to speak. Our bodies are more than just physical vessels. They're canvases for self-expression too. Physical activity isn't just about biceps and six-packs. It can be a powerful way to release pent-up emotions and move with creativity. So, ditch the gym intimidation if that's your jam. Explore activities like dance, yoga, martial arts, or even a casual game of frisbee with friends. Find something that gets your body moving and allows you to connect with yourself on a physical level. Finally, boundaries are your friends, not foes. While self-expression is important, it's equally important to respect the boundaries of others. Learn to say no when you need to, and establish healthy limitations in your relationships. This allows you to express your needs, while respecting the needs of those around you. A Stoic proverb to consider: the whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. By expressing yourself authentically, you can appreciate the present moment and the connections you build. It's not about waiting for the perfect time to share your voice. It's about using it now, in a way that aligns with your values and allows you to live virtuously. The world needs your unique perspective. Don't be afraid to express yourself in ways that feel genuine, even if it's unconventional. Embrace your individuality and celebrate what makes you, you. Healthy self-expression is a lifelong journey, but with these tips as your compass, you'll be well on your way to letting your true self shine. Healthy self-expression often involves stepping outside your comfort zone and sharing your vulnerabilities. This could be confiding in a trusted friend, opening up to a therapist, or even expressing your artistic side in a public forum. While it might feel scary at first, remember, vulnerability can be a strength. Sharing your authentic self with others can lead to deeper connections and a more fulfilling life. 10. The power of no. Why it's the ultimate life hack. We live in a world overflowing with demands. Emails pile up, inboxes overflow, and social calendars scream for attention. But here's the secret weapon most of us underestimate: the power of no. Saying no isn't about being a negative Nancy or a social hermit. It's a superpower that unlocks a treasure chest of benefits. Time freedom. Think of your day as a pie chart. Every yes slices away a portion. Mastering no safeguards precious time for your priorities, passions, and personal well-being. Stress slayer. Feeling constantly overloaded is a recipe for burnout. No becomes a shield, deflecting commitments that would push you past your limit and send stress levels soaring. Confidence booster. When you prioritize your needs and boundaries, you send a clear message: I respect myself. This builds a foundation of self-respect that translates into unshakable confidence. Stronger relationships, believe it or not. Honesty is the bedrock of strong bonds. Saying no communicates your limitations with authenticity. People who value you will appreciate your directness and understand you can't be everything to everyone. Room for yes by filtering out requests that don't resonate. You create space for genuine yeses. This empowers you to wholeheartedly embrace opportunities that align with your goals and fuel your personal growth. Let's see Maya's situation like an example. Maya, a graphic designer with a knack for whimsical illustrations, was swamped. Her inbox overflowed with emails. A local bakery wanted her to design a new logo exciting. Her neighbor needed help house-sitting his cat not so exciting. And her book club planned a weekend retreat that clashed with a design conference. She'd been eyeing 4 months' major conflict. In the past, Maya, the ever-obliging people-pleaser, would have stretched herself thin, juggling tasks and sacrificing sleep to accommodate everyone. But lately, she'd been feeling burnt out and resentful. This time, Maya took a deep breath. She politely declined the house-sitting gig, explaining she had a busy weekend ahead, a white lie, but a necessary one for her sanity. For the book club, she proposed an alternative date, offering to share some of her favorite design books virtually while they were away. The most challenging decision was the logo design. Maya genuinely loved working with small businesses, but the conference was a chance to network with industry giants and learn from renowned artists. Mustering her newfound confidence, Maya emailed the bakery, expressing her enthusiasm for their project, but explaining her schedule wouldn't allow her to deliver the quality work they deserved within their time frame. She recommended a few talented colleagues who might be a good fit. To her surprise, the bakery owner appreciated her honesty and even offered to connect Maya with a friend who needed illustrations for a children's book, a perfect fit for Maya's whimsical style. By saying no to some requests, Maya safeguarded her time and energy for opportunities that truly excited her. She strengthened her relationships by communicating openly and prioritizing her well-being. In the end, the power of no unlocked a domino effect of positive outcomes, paving the way for a more fulfilling and balanced life. Saying no isn't about rejecting others. It's about reclaiming control. It's about creating a life filled with purpose, balance, and less stress. It's about showing up authentically for the things and people that truly matter. And that starts with prioritizing your own well-being. So next time you're faced with a request, remember, a powerful no can pave the way for a resounding yes to the life you truly desire. 11. Avoid people who drain you. Life is a journey, and the people we travel with along the way significantly impact our experience. While some companions uplift and inspire us, others can be emotional burdens, draining our energy and enthusiasm. These negativity magnets, often referred to as negative Nancies or energy vampires, can have a surprisingly potent influence on our well-being. Recognizing these energy drainers is crucial for protecting your emotional state. They might constantly express negativity, focusing on problems and criticizing others. They might be drama queens, reveling in gossip and creating unnecessary conflict. Perhaps they're Debbie Downers, sucking the joy out of any positive situation. Whatever their tactic, these individuals leave you feeling depleted and dispirited. The good news is that you have the power to curate your social circle. It's not about severing all ties. Sometimes limiting contact is the healthiest approach. You can politely decline invitations, shorten phone calls, or simply excuse yourself from conversations that veer into negativity. Remember, surrounding yourself with positive and supportive individuals is an investment in your mental. Taking charge of your social circle isn't about isolation. It's about cultivating a garden of positive connections. By setting boundaries with negativity, you create fertile ground for uplifting relationships to flourish. Seek out those who act as sunshine on a cloudy day, inspiring and motivating you to reach your full potential. These companions become your cheerleaders, celebrating victories big and small. They're also the steady hand you can rely on during life's inevitable storms, offering unwavering support and encouragement. Look for individuals who share your core values, enriching your life with shared experiences, and meaningful conversations. Ultimately, the people you choose to surround yourself with shape your journey. So, make it a vibrant one. Fill your life with laughter, joy, and the empowering energy that comes from genuine connection. As the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Recognizing the impact of negativity on our well-being empowers us to make conscious choices about who we spend our time with. Setting boundaries with negativity isn't about social isolation. It's about creating space for positive connections to flourish. Seek out individuals who embody Stoic principles, those who prioritize reason over impulsive reactions, who navigate challenges with resilience, and who inspire you to live a virtuous life. These companions become your anchor, offering support and encouragement during difficult times. They celebrate your successes and challenge you to be your best self. Surrounding yourself with positive and supportive individuals is an investment in your mental and emotional well-being. Remember, the Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us, happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one thing. Some things are within our control, and some things are not. It is only after you have distinguished these two things that philosophy will begin to be of use to you. By taking control of your social circle and prioritizing connections that align with Stoic values, you create a foundation for a flourishing and meaningful life. Choose wisely, cultivate your social garden with care, and watch your well-being blossom. 12. The emotional journey, mastering your inner landscape. Our emotions are a powerful force, shaping our thoughts, behaviors, and interactions with the world. Learning to manage them effectively is a crucial skill for navigating life's inevitable challenges. However, emotional mastery isn't achieved overnight. It's a journey that requires dedication and consistent effort. The initial steps involve self-awareness. Carve out quiet time for introspection through practices like journaling or meditation. Identify your emotional triggers, situations, people, or events that evoke strong reactions. Understanding these triggers empowers you to anticipate and respond with intention rather than reacting impulsively. Once you have a better grasp of your emotional landscape, equip yourself with healthy coping mechanisms. Physical activity is a powerful tool for releasing pent-up emotions and promoting overall well-being. Explore activities like yoga, running, or dancing that resonate with you. Creative outlets, such as painting, writing, or playing music, can also provide a healthy channel for emotional expression. Social connection is vital for emotional health. Surround yourself with supportive individuals who uplift and encourage you. Confiding in a trusted friend, family member, or therapist can provide a safe space to process difficult emotions and gain valuable perspectives. The key to emotional mastery is perseverance. There will be setbacks and moments where emotions threaten to overwhelm you. Don't be discouraged. View these as opportunities to learn and grow. With consistent practice and self-compassion, you'll develop the tools and resilience to navigate your emotional landscape with greater control and grace. The journey may not be easy, but the rewards of emotional well-being and a more fulfilling life are well worth the effort. Imagine two people facing the same challenging situation: a high-pressure presentation, a critical client meeting, or a sudden setback. One person crumbles under the pressure, letting emotions cloud their judgment and hinder their performance. The other remains calm and collected, channeling their emotions constructively to navigate the situation effectively. The difference often lies in emotional intelligence, EQ. EQ is the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in positive ways to achieve your goals. It also involves recognizing, understanding, and influencing the emotions of others. While traditional measures of intelligence, IQ, play a role, research suggests that EQ is a powerful predictor of success in various aspects of life. When emotions run high, logical thinking can go out the window. Emotional intelligence allows you to step back assess situations objectively, and make sound decisions based on reason rather than impulsive reactions. EQ empowers you to communicate clearly and confidently, even in challenging situations. You can tailor your message to resonate with your audience and navigate difficult conversations with diplomacy and respect. By understanding your own emotions and those of others, you can build stronger, more meaningful relationships. You can empathize with others' perspectives, fostering trust and collaboration. Life throws curveballs, and emotional intelligence equips you to handle stress effectively. You can identify unhealthy coping mechanisms and develop healthy strategies to manage pressure and bounce back from setbacks. Emotionally intelligent individuals inspire and motivate others. They can create a positive and productive work environment where team members feel valued and respected. By mastering your emotions and harnessing the power of EQ, you unlock a treasure chest of benefits that pave the way for a more fulfilling and successful life. You'll build stronger relationships, navigate challenges with greater resilience, and become a more effective leader, ultimately propelling yourself towards achieving your goals.